and then we don't even know where
Possibility of
coronavirus, because they read in the news that in Iran, 23 Iranian parliament members have tested positive.
If you were to be in their shoes,
No. It just shows. I always say.
But seriously, if you were to be in their shoes, would you act differently?
This is the time they should work.
They should be at the parliament when there are no preventive measures.
Okay, that means in the first place they are there for self.
So
how many are they? There are only 360.
Did you see the reasons
200 million people.
There is no preventive measures. There is no way to test or screen people that are coming in. Wouldn't that be stupidity to be in the National Assembly when you don't know whether the person you're going to be shaking hands with has the virus?
It comes down to their irresponsibility. This thing started in China since December, January, and they're there as our lawmakers. They are all a bunch of irresponsible people.
All right, let's move on to other headlines now. The People's Justice is referring to the Ihedioha and Bayelsa attack. What's your take? The court, there is no litigation. There is no opportunity for litigation now. The Supreme Court has closed all matters concerning this. What's your position on it?
Yes, because the Constitution does not, from what I've read and what the judgment yesterday, the Constitution does not permit the Supreme Court. I'm not a lawyer, so I might not get the interpretation. But in my own understanding, the Constitution does not permit the Supreme Court to appeal or recede on its own judgment. But having said that, there's hope for Nigeria from what we saw yesterday. 7 judges, 6 against 1. But what that judge, I've forgotten his name now. Nweze. What he said was very, very key in Nigeria moving forward. We shouldn't just stop at where we are now. We need to look at it critically. Yes, we understand the Constitution does not permit the Supreme Court to judge its own case. But why did the court overrule the INEC judgment?
China trip. Reps move to suspend plenary. We just tagged that a bit now. It has 3 riders. A presidency screens visitors to Aso Rock workers for coronavirus. Senator warns on failure to quarantine Chinese second-hand clothes. COVID-19 death toll rises to 9 in Washington state. Cases now 90,893 globally. Power outage persists. Details on page 27. Economic crisis forces 42 Lagos SMEs to shut down. Nigeria remains Africa's biggest economy. South Africa enters recession. FG yet to receive $300 million abattoir, says AGF. Details of that one is on page 10. And on the back of the paper you have, so that's coronavirus won't consume us. You might want to go and see what Lekon is talking about today. Back to the front page of the paper. I'd like us to start this conversation looking at Nigeria remaining Africa's biggest economy as South Africa enters France. Because I was having a conversation earlier in the news with a data analyst who said even though they said there's a slight climb in our GDP, it still doesn't reflect necessarily on the economy and the lives of the people.
Absolutely. I just have only one statement. Growth does not